Welcome back to See Today Business. Indonesian state-owned enterprises must adopt environmental, social, and governance principles as their business models. This emphasis on ESG factors ensures SOEs meet crucial standards when collaborating with regional and global investors or partners. The Indonesian Ministry of State-Owned Enterprises champions economic growth through the lens of environmental, social, and governance principles, or the ESG. This commitment is evident in the success of several state-owned companies receiving prestigious ESG awards. Most recently, PT Kilang Pertamina International won 14 awards at the 2024 Global CSR and ESG Summit and Awards in Hanoi, Vietnam. This includes awards for their corporate social and environmental responsibility programs, as well as the implementation of ESG principles in its business processes. Previously, thanks to its consistency and contribution to sustainable development, PT Pupuk Kalimantan Timur also received the highest platinum rank title at the 2023 Asia Sustainability Reporting Rating event. And as promised, to delve more into the topic of ESGs and the clean energy push, we are now joined by Fadjar Santoso, the VP of Corporate Communications of PT Pertamina. Congratulations, first of all, for the achievements.
Thank you.
And of course, we would like to delve deeper. Based on the data of Sustainalytics ranking, Pertamina has managed to rank first in the ESG ratings in 2023 in the oil and gas field. How important is implementing the practices of ESG for Pertamina?
Thank you for having me. So of course, it's a good news for us.
Yes.
By the end of last year, we put our rank in number first, leading in front of other global energy company. So yeah, I think it's important for us now to think about ESG or sustainability. The first reason for us is we want to be a company that grows sustainable. And the second one is now I think everyone is talking about ESG, sustainability, investor, global investor, and then even the community, the Gen Z millennial now also talk about ESG and sustainability. So that's why I think Pertamina as an energy company should also focus on ESG and sustainability.
Yes, indeed, it is inevitable, I think, for ESG. And now what efforts are Pertamina making, especially in regards to decarbonization, and what has been achieved so far?
Yeah, to achieve that sustainability, Pertamina have program to decarbonize all of the operation from upstream to downstream. For example, in upstream, they are making program like decarbonization from energy efficiency, and then in the midstream we are now revamp or revitalize all of our refinery so it becomes more modern, so that can produce more better products. And then in downstream we also now providing a better fuel such as biofuel, and then we last year also launched Pertamax Green 95, which is combined between gas oil and palm oil. So it, of course, from upstream to downstream. And then we last year, based on 2010 baseline, we already reduced our emissions to 34% by last year. So it's higher than government's target, which is 30%. So it's a good things for us, I think.
Yes, from upstream to downstream, and you mentioned about the products that Pertamina produce to balance it. I would like to delve deeper into that, about Pertamina's shift to clean energy businesses in the downstream, and how will Pertamina balance that while also ensuring that the domestic demands, domestic needs are fulfilled?
Yes, we are now running, we call dual growth strategy. The first one, we still focus on maintaining the energy security because Indonesia is still developing country, so we predict that we still need the energy, fossil energy, in the near future. But on the other hand, we also start to making low carbon businesses. One of example is biofuel, for example, and then we also develop more clean energy, which is gas, for example. And then we also have, Indonesia have also potential on geothermal. We also developed that. So basically, both sides are run together. The first one, we still focus on maintaining our energy security. And then the second one, we also develop new and renewable energy to achieve more better sustainable company.
So right now there are ongoing new and renewable energy initiative from Pertamina. Can you share to us the latest updates on Pertamina's efforts to implement the CCU, carbon capture, utilization and storage? How many oil and gas fields are Pertamina targeting to apply CCUS in the near future?
Yeah, carbon capture storage or carbon capture utility and storage, CCS,
Yes.
CCUS, we call it, is a new business of upstream sector because it's still developing now. Now we already implemented in 2 fields. The first one in Jatibarang in West Java, and then the second one we already running trial in Sukawati field in East Java, and then we also now make partnerships with energy company, global energy companies such as Exxon and then etc. to assess another field that have potential to become the CCS and CCUS because Indonesia have a lot of field that's why we have initiative to become the South Asia CCS and CCUS hub. So yeah, I think in the future, I think we can more develop to CCS and CCUS.
More expansion to come on another fields owned by Pertamina. And now you mentioned before about biodiesel has been touted as one of the ways to push Indonesia's economic growth potentially to 8% while also reducing emissions because we have this commitment of net zero emission. What efforts will be made by Pertamina to increase efforts in the biodiesel use in Indonesia to meet the target?
Yeah, since 2019, we already started what we call B20, B30, and then developed now last year to B35. So it means 35% of the mixture is from palm oil and 65% is from gas oil. Jadi it's a biofuel, so combined between palm oil and fossil fuel. So it's already reduced our emissions, that's right. And also, since we developed that product, we already we have no more import of gas oil, so it's a good for us also. So there are 2 benefits from biofuel. First one, it's reduce emission, and the second one, we also support the government to balance the import value. So we do not import the solar anymore since that. So yeah, it's very, I think in the near future, we still have to develop. Maybe couple of years, maybe we will increase the number of the mixture, maybe 35 and then B40, B50, we don't know. But still, we are now development on that.
I was about to ask you that, how much we can go in terms of purity?
Yeah, it needs research more and more, but we are optimistic that we can increase the number. For example, it's last year we also already have launched the Pertamax Green 95, so which is combined between 5% of sugar cane with Pertamax. So Indonesia have a lot of research for biofuel. That's why we optimistic that we can produce more biofuel in the near future.
Maybe there will be another options too, sugarcane, palm oil, and maybe another plants from Indonesia, right?
Yes, correct. Indonesia is very rich about the natural resources, so that's why we need more research about that.
Very interesting. And can you tell us more about Pertamina's programs related to the social aspect of the ESG, especially on the community impact, engagement?
Yeah, ESG is not only about the environment, right? It's just related also with social aspect. In social aspect, we have corporate social responsibility, CSR, which is, I think everyone is knowing about that. We have 3 pillars to focus on. The first one is social pillar. So the concrete program, for example, we provide scholarships for students from high school to university who concerned about energy and energy transition. So we provide scholarship for that. And for the second one is economic pillars. So we also nurture our small, medium enterprises so that can become more prosperous. And then the third pillar is we also focus on environment. So we have program we call Desa Energi Berdikari, in English, Energy Village Self-Sufficient. So we find in rural area what kind of potential in terms of energy that they can provide so they can be independent in terms of energy. So I think from three pillars, so that's why we can fulfill the all aspect of social, economic, and also environment.
Now to the governance
Yeah.
pillar. What is Pertamina working to boost the good corporate governance?
Yeah, good corporate governance is related with the compliance. Pertamina already have ISO in anti-bribery management system. And all the employees of Pertamina, it's compulsory to have GCG, Good Corporate Governance training. So we make sure that all employees are fully aware about the compliance and governance. So we also make partnerships with government institutions such as KPK and then other institutions to make prevent effort and prevent effort about the governance system. So we also concerned about that.
Okay, with what has been achieved so far, what's next for Pertamina in terms of plans, targets in the ESG implementation?
Yeah, after last year, we reached the #1 position in integrated oil and gas industry, but still our score is 20.7, is still categorized as medium risk. That's why next we want to achieve that we will be the first energy company who will get score more below than 20. So we will be the first energy company who enter the low risk category in ESG rating. So all the initiatives that I mentioned before, I think we still have to more develop. And then after some times, maybe we can achieve our target to be the first energy company who enter the low risk medium in ESG rating.
Yes, leading the drive toward net zero emission in Indonesia. Thank you very much for sharing what Pertamina has been doing so far regarding this issue. Mr. Fadjar Santoso, thank you once again for coming to our studio. And now we're going for a break. When we return, we have more updates from the world of business and economy for you. So stay here on See Today Business.